Don't think outside. Then they come inside. Then it's okay. Keep there. Anybody plan to tomorrow's plan? Monday's plan? Think about Monday I have to do this. Yeah. Okay, now we are 38. Yeah.
Okay. When our bodies are ugly and others torment us by mocking our flaws, never showing respect, this is the wheel of sharp weapons returning circle upon us from wrongs we have done. Till now we made images lacking beauty by venting our anger we made ugly scenes. Hereafter let's print books and make pleasing statues, and not be short-tempered but be of good cheer.
Everybody like to be beautiful? Beautiful, handsome? Yeah. Anyway, they talk about physical body. Usually handsome, beautiful, we need handsome our body, handsome and beautiful, right? Today, but we are not very handsome, but we are okay. Not bad.
Not bad.
Maybe someone too tall.
This place is dangerous.
Yeah. 근데 다시 당은 좀 zurzang. 계속 약보도 넘어서 그런 것도 거야게. 괜찮이 됐어요.
In general, we need beautiful, handsome outlook.
이나야 다 지금 뭐 간지지는 바나시나. 다 교명하고 말을 가지 다 미신을 직접 만다마다. 그래. 다만도 연구해서 와.
But somehow people got some sort of gossip or something to tell which you have some sort of faults or something not in the right shape. Someone always got something to tell.
내가 간지 저 다녔어야 돼. 다 좋아야 보면은 아니 딩저나 다 너무도 좋아요.
Yeah, so in this stanza, that refers to if you practice patience well in past life and then this life, your outlook will be more attractive or handsome or beautiful. Yeah.
Then you don't need to many things to make up. Bring mirror, then make up, half hour. You need to be very handsome, beautiful. Have to be patient.
Yeah, practice patience and tolerance. Yeah.
Maybe I'm not patient, therefore I'm very short. You have to careful this life, but very patient.
Better next life.
Next life, I did little touch to little, what's that? Yeah, taller.
Become taller.
Yeah. Anyway. If that 단다까지 나가서 다 같이 소소한 대화 나중에 주야 보면 돼. 같이 막 하는 저와 보면 그럼 내가 그래서 아니 대 전에는 다 소소한 대화 나중에 맞지 말이야.
So because this lifetime we we don't possess satisfied the physical looking, or that's due to your lack of practice and patience in our past lives. Yeah.
Atisha, if you do, you need to be handsome, try to learn patience. I'm not saying you guys are not patient, okay? That's okay, 39.
When attachment and behavior disturb and upset us, no
matter how much we may try to suppress them, this is the wheel of sharp weapons returning full circle upon us from wrongs we have done. Till now we have held on to the improper outlook, stubbornly cherishing only ourselves. Hereafter let's uproot self-interest completely.
How can you continue showing them to send? Go on to what do? And then you shoot out and share on showing them to send, but in a time, no more one going to us.
So, in general, whatever we're trying to practice or trying to engage in positive actions, they always affected by delusion or affected by our attitudes. Yeah, for example, when we practice patience, there are always obstacles, to practice patience in proper way. So that's those all because in past lives we never tried to overcome the delusion, to antidote the delusion, and went whenever the delusion driven us to. So that's advise us in this lifetime. You have to try hard to to antidote the delusions. So that whenever the delusion appears in your consciousness in front of you, you try to antidote it immediate. You have to try to give an immediate antidote at once.
When success in our practices always
eludes us, this is the wheel of sharp weapons returning full circle upon us from wrongs we have done. Till now, deep within, we have clung to our ego, fully immersed in self-cherishing ways. Thereafter, let's dedicate all the virtuous actions we do, so that others may thrive. When our mind is untamed, though we act with great virtue, this is the wheel of sharp weapons returning full circle upon us from wrongs we have done. Till now we have engaged in those worldly inhibitions that aim at success for ourselves in this life. Hereafter let's work with pure one-pointed effort to nourish the wish to gain freedom far ashore.
So when sometimes whatever we doesn't matter how much we put effort to practice, always fail in practicing, and that's because in past life we are strongly attached to self or focusing only on self-cherishing sort of thoughts. So in Tibetan text, this is wrong view or bad view. In this case, the wrong view or bad view in self-cherishing.
그래서 든지 그마다 따와 될 공다와야 다 단다다 가서 가서 지쳐와야나요. 다 든지게 되니면 들리레스니가 다 단도 돼. 수술레만에서 개와 강아지 최선 다 연도 코나 제에서.
So because we are, very strong and habituated in self-cherishing, so that's bring us not be successful of doing anything in this life. So from now on, you should make a commitment that through our 3 actions, body, mind, speech, all are try to close to virtuous action as much as possible. Also make a motivation like that. I'm doing this in order to cherish others.
다 술러가지 실지와도야 다 교와 가르지 세웠네. 다 수수생라 뱀보치는 마저나 세디 됐다. 또 세디 코네게 제대로 와서 수수 땀다 년라다. 아니 다 수수 내요와 제대로 와다. 다 되가 그래. 뱀마다 다 타와 코너 디비전 다 지금 있어.
So, well, another case is whatever we 41 is refers to whatever we do. Doesn't matter how much we do virtuous action, still we are in miserable situation or we suffer. That's because of the past life you are doing things only for this life, for maybe orderly pleasure. So focusing on doing that sort of things. So that's the cause for this life.
나도 지금 삼로시 대화에 맞지. 양만의 지금 다시 가르쳐 와야 나도 대용도. 다 미국까지 깨닫지 뭐 어메디 냠냠 받지 뭐 미디어 보였어. 근데 영화에서 레동도 지는 대화이나 더 배는 말했어.
So because you are doing, for instance, you are doing a lot of meditations, maybe doing retreats a lot, but your motivation is only for fame and attention. So that's called worldly, intention to practice.
어떤데 다 막게 샘셔던 나다마도 산지고 대셔도 수수다 주기가 그랬더니 다 대코나 용이 쳤다 저거 현상에다 다 왔던 일로 끝내나도 그러고 그래서.
So you have to clarify your motivation. That's way in order to achieve final goal, Buddhahood or enlightened status. I practice in sake of other beings, not for oneself.
너 어떻게 다 간지 맞지? 수수 개와 강체와에 나가지. 수수 땀다 년자다. 대력이 제대 많이 받아. 삼지 탐중에 된다 사지 도비. 쇼 대시대 지금 예전에 강으로 가와이나 다 강이야 보여 배 도요래서.
So if you can clarify your motivation in that way, and then to practice, I'm doing this practice in order to, get free, let all sentient beings free from the suffering. So with this good motivation, whatever you do, the result will be much more effective, happier results.
다 쉽시니 맞지로 들어와.
42.
When after we do any virtuous action, we feel deep regret or we doubt its effect, this is the wheel of sharp weapons returning full circle upon us from wrongs we have done. Till now we've been fickle and stirred by base motives, have courted just those who have power or wealth. Hereafter, let's act with complete self-awareness, exerting great care in the way we make friends.
다 네가 나다 네가 내가 좀 참고하고 내년에도 지금 마치 되는 수수 끊어가 다시 잡아야다. 다 수수 너만이 단답아 가르쳐 주실 때 와다. 오늘 지금 제 심화 편제라 편하겠다. 겨와 지고. 제매배에 무슨 요바로 제와야 나세. 일단 요바로 제거서 와. 근데 제와 대다 수수 아사치네. 개화로 나만으로 가는 담보 아사치 미치기지 아니 shum아야 되는 카당 그런 게 대체비다 내가 해서 그러
So we that's the 42. Whatever we do virtuous action, we feel deep regret or doubt its effects, because that's the reason we are being that way. Because in past lives we are doing some sort of Western would say group hope, to go everywhere. Wherever you meet a new guru, and then you feel happy, and afterwards you get sort of disgusted, and you run to another one or try to find many gurus in order to get a fame. Yeah. Group hope? Group hope. Guru. Lama hope.
Lama hope.
Lama hope.
Hope.
Fickle.
Oh, Lama
Lama hop. Yeah, American hop level, all hop. Lama hop?
Yeah, Lama.
Lama hop. I said it because I just, yeah, Lama hop.
제가 다른 거네 지에서도 영난다고 치는 마치 되는지 somos tawana suzu chi ta kolona kadina tyoshyo de reswa ne suzu joba chi reswa dumma ta tashi jobisena reswa.
So that's always affect you in this life. Doesn't matter what you do virtuous action, you always feel regret or always feel something wrong within yourself.
For example, we read these books, then we check our motivation, however we do past lives, then we always, opposite the books, right? This is a third, then you want to catch another, the asa generis, asa. Fickle. Yeah. How you come to this? No, for example, usually everybody wants a very high practitioner, very high Tono lamas, right? Very famous lamas. First we go to here, which is something. No, we don't. Usually we need to check the teachers. Go there, do something, lesson, then go here, then you don't want to you also say some practice there. First,
that's about them.
About them.
Yeah.
First you made you very strong faith. Everybody know.
Show very strong faith.
Strong faith. Then secondly, couple times, then you saw some faults, then you say, oh, give up. Then you send books back to the center. Right? This is many up in the westerns. Also, first go to some center. First every day they go very strong, Then there's something wrong. Then they give up. Then they send books back. Then they give up. They go to other place. They try there. Doesn't work. They send back. Their books also back. There's many happen. This is Tibetan called Aksa. Fickle. 그래서 가리 된지자자 제대와 있어. 당가도 이제 심말 패기 다 주야고 재미거든요.
So because these fickles happen because the purpose of the practice is only for this lifetime, not for next lifetime. So not without any proper motivation.
그래서 간지마지 다네 zonte 다 놀룩지. 다 시시도와 야보시게 했다. 라마게게 냠네 간지나 생이에 담바. 라마 생이에 담바. 아니 냠네 생이에 담바. 그치게 예서 몇 건고 보더라.
Yes, so if those things happen to you, you have to be very careful first to try to clarify your motivation and then try to find the right teacher and do right practice is very important.
다른 점이 말 간제 맞지 지금도 양치지도 됐는데 와서 저 독신세야도 마음 못 들어서야도 그래서는 지금 가운데 없이 다 나무는 세야도 로정서 되는 지금 고추주로 지금도 와서 그때 노래를 했어.
Yeah, in some cases in Western countries, some Westerners consider the Dorchen and Mahamudra practice or some higher tantric practice is good, or they say Lojang and Lamrim practice is a bit lower. That's the wrong view too.
로정서 람림 세때 가도 강마를 올려나 소리나 다 미익소라 그러더라.
To practice Lamrim, and lojang, mind training or mind transforming. This sort of practice is like a foundation for to build up upper, to learn upper, practice like tantric. It's like a foundation for the house.
냠len 통보래야 저걸 인지문지 다 여기 그래서 냠len 통보는 저거는 아니 실제기 다 경고 셈지 지금 준비되는 냠len 차로 로고로.
If you want to achieve or to gain a higher practice or higher goal, you're like a refugee and practice refugee and bodhicitta. It's you have to go step by step by practicing, refugee and renunciation and bodhicitta.
You have to go step. They are not elevator. If you're elevator, you push one. You have to step. Usually Western love a little bit. Used to elevator. I'm joking, okay? No, everybody. Atisha, that then 41, 43.
When those with ambition
repay trusting friendship by luring us on with their devious schemes, this is the wheel of sharp weapons returning full circle upon us from wrongs we have done. Till now from ambition we have acted with arrogance. Hereafter let's dampen our self-centered pride.
So we for sometimes some people always trap in the trap into others. Also, deceive. Yeah, deceive. Trap into deceive.
caught by others' deceit.
Deceive. Yeah. So we always try to. That's because in the past life we always exaggerate that the virtues you don't possess, and you possess many virtues, and also you pretend to be a high realized being in order to cheat others. So that's the result of the past life. You're doing such action.
So we do better for others, come back for others.
Yeah, so that's it. They will turn back on your own.
Usually business people remember this. He said, "Oh no, because of that, you very special."
In general, business people are good at doing this sort of job.
Very good,
I will give you a lot of benefits, but that's the main motivation is that he himself wants more benefits. So by saying I will give you more benefit. So
okay. Then they are 40, 45?
44.
44.
When the force of
Attraction
attraction
or that of repulsion causes whatever you say.
this
This
is
is
the
the
wheel
wheel
of
of
sharp
sharp
weapons
weapons returning full circle
upon
upon
us
us
from
from
wrongs
wrongs
we
we
have
have
done.
done.
Till now we ignored what has caused all our troubles, the mass illusion that dwells in our heart. Hereafter let's try to abandon all hindrances, know their arisings and examine them well.
당나도 지금 제년이라고 가래 셔와이나 저도 처단 거 조수송하지. 아니 양만한 조수송 말지 제어요. 양만한 저도 제대요. 뭐 된제파 진정도나 다 돼서 그 다 당즈 난즈 되게 내게 하마고네 다 드셔 말이야. 다 되는서 다 당즈 다 바꿔버려. 내가 제거를 하고 제거를
So in some situation, whatever we try to collect merits or to do, engage in practice, and so that's become the cause of it to be arrogant or to be show off or to in negative ways. That's because we in past life we didn't pay much attention for self-cherishing mind, self-ego mind. We carelessly, we always ignore the self-cherishing consciousness and do things freely, whatever they want to do. They just ignore, because due to ignoring the self-cherishing consciousness. For example, Geshe himself as a monk wearing a robe, and being a monk, being a Geshe means to be close to the virtuous action, to be to practice more. But instead of the being that way, always use the monk status or Geshe status to show off or to be arrogant. So that's to use the virtuous action into wrong way. Because that's due to in past life, a lot of times they don't identify or didn't examine the self-cherishing consciousness or ego mind well. That's the result of that. So from now on, I have to check or examine the self-cherishing consciousness well, and then try to abandon it as soon as possible.
Okay. And sometimes they call it kuma.
They always refer self-cherishing mind as a thief.
Things come to very slowly, you don't know where they come from. And another thing,
thief always, when they're trying to steal something, they would come very quietly, without somebody's knowing. So that's when self-cherishing mind come to your consciousness. That will come very quietly without any attention or knowing that. So will gradually guide you into the wrong direction or to do the negative activities. So you have to try to reduce always think I.
Okay. Then 45.
When no matter how well meant our actions toward others, they always elicit a hostile response. This is the wheel sharp of returning full circle upon us from wrongs we have done. Till now we repay loving kindness with malice. Hereafter there is always accept those favors, both graciously and with most humble respect.
So that's quite common, you should have said. One stage, whatever you try to be good to others, the response always in opposite way, the hostile response. Yeah. That's because in your past life, you always distort or try to distort your advices from your parents and your guru and your teacher. Distort, try to try to think in wrong way.
Not grateful.
Not grateful, yeah. Not grateful or distort, yeah. Distort means
Ignore.
Ignore. Yeah.
Wrong
Wrong understanding.
Yeah.
Yeah, distort. Yeah.
Distort.
Distort, or just distort, or ignore. Yeah, that's true. Sometimes it's annoying.
For example, the parents, they taught their kids to go to red way. They say always things that kids always met to parents.
Right.
Yeah, parents have good motivation. They have to good things, but kids doesn't listen. They want their own thing. They do. Parents. 다 들리라고. 다 나도 나 용도가 수수 간지 봐 야보지는 지나와나. 다 고발 후비는 거 뭐 왔어.
That's always happen nowadays. So that's the result of your distort good advices from your parents or from your friends or even from your gurus.
내가 47
In short, then, whenever unfortunate sufferings we have desired crash upon us like thunder, this is the same as the smith who has taken his life with a sword he had fashioned himself. Our sufferings, the wheel of sharp weapons returning full circle upon us from the wrongs we have done. Hereafter, let's always have care and awareness never to act in non-virtuous ways. All the sufferings we have endured, the lives we have led in 3 lower realms, as well as our pains in the present and future, are the same as the case of the forger of arrows who later was killed by an arrow he made. Our sufferings, the wheel of sharp weapons returning full circle upon us from wrongs we have done. Hereafter, let's always have care and awareness never to act in non-virtuous ways.
다 담보되겠다. 먼저 소착 속 장애지 신체라야 대화 되지. 누가 맨날 찌빠찌빠를 해서 얘나야 누가 조야 매마지 또 토도 밥 대가디 다 수수 싸셔베 근데 저거디 다 수수 감춘만에 뭐 말해서 가지고 그나 가라기 소소 소자 개대 다 소소 주마 지금 소소 티슈는 세요 다 용식으로 와 그때도 집발해 놨어.
And every sentient beings wants happiness, inspire for happiness, doesn't want suffering. But in fact, we always have faced a lot of difficulties and sufferings, a lot of problems. So that's all cause because in past life we did a lot of negative actions, negative deeds, and it's like, for example, it's like some smith. They make knives, something like that. But they make weapons. But it's very possible one day other people use weapon to kill yourself. Yes, that's the example to show the all suffering and misfortune, all those due to our negative actions which will be done in our past lives.
Sometimes some countries sell their nuclear weapons to other countries. Then you wanted that country, when they shoot back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in the 1990s, America gave money to Osama bin Laden.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That difference.
이제 대체화돼 가지 다 시바스지라 다 컴플레이션 소속 서베 운전이 소속 양요해서 해도요.
So they're now used to complain or to blame others. All those difficulties merely caused by yourself or caused by your action which done in past lives.
Okay, and then 47 they talk about we have also 까지 영화에다 등록이 근데 동화마다 다 쉬운 야대로 와서 녀대한테 직발에 소소 싸셔비는데 그때 소소 녀를 맞아 스치서 말해서요 남편이 소위 소소기 이마지야 소소서 나 소소세야 어떤 얘기들이 어떻게 직발에서
So the 47 is refers to the 3 lower realms, suffering of 3 lower realms, hungry ghost and animal and hell realm. All those suffering is only because of yourself. You create such karma, so you have to suffer in these 3 realms. So, for example, someone threw arrow, maybe in some stage the arrow to come back to shoot yourself, like a nuclear example. What's this mentioned before.
This is more seminar. They talk about whatever you
Because wherever you get suffering.
Sufferings. No one did. You did. Many times, many lives. Now they come back for you. You doesn't like that, right? Say, I didn't do this. Why you Buddhism company always ask? We have someone, a friend, he always says, you guys are wrong. You didn't do any bad things. How you guys are this? You told me many times. You always, when you talk, you guys just talk about harms, bad things. You never have good things to talk. But we talk about bad things, that means if we know bad things, then we try to stop that. Then we're not making the other people scared.
Yeah, we should not threat other people to threat them.
And when we know this bad things, then we try to stop this cause. Oh, don't go there.
If we talk about bad things or suffering of hell realms, it's the benefit from teaching these things or knowing these things is to prevent us to do any negative actions. So that's the benefit of the giving teaching someday.
Some people like we talk about all the high realms. 가지마지 다 하이람 개가고 말이다. 간다 다다 가서 때 지금 마디가 몸에 양도 왔어. 그래서 같이 와야 된다. 수주로 몸에 사실 레이 말해서 배차셔봐야나. 미치 꿈막거네. 종간도 그러는. 종간도 거기 그런 게 있다. 딱 플레이스 치죠. 같이죠. 그런 거 꿈막거 되는 거지. 내 마트는 꿈막거니 꼭 플레이스 손으로 왔어.
It is like an example of one thief. He committed a crime. The police puts him or her into prison. It's not because of police, because they commit that's criminal committed by himself. So like that example. So that's only try to advise you to avoid engaging in negative actions, try to do more positive actions. So that's, if you get this sort of awareness, so no doubt you'll rebirth in upper realm. So you don't need to mention upper realm very often.
Okay, now 48.
When the troubles and worries of the family life grieve us, this is the same as the case of a child who is cared for with love, later killing his parents. Our sufferings will wield sharp weapons, returning the circle upon us from the wrongs we have done. Hereafter it's fitting in all our lifetimes for us to live purely as monks or as nuns.
They talk about everybody come to the monk and nuns. Maybe we bring some monastery here. Anyway, they talk about 당가서 열어봤다. 청거. 다시 와라 집. 또 다가와 김에 다가와 좋았다고 가능한도 가능한도 왔어. 근데 쇼한테 다가고. 다 근데 누가 뭐 여와 있나? 아니. 다가라고. 가대 당가서 지 고백에 내는 두치네. 고백에서 간지 맞이 다 청기. 내가 내다가 다 누가 뭐 또 조짐해 가지고 소리 하게 됐어. 그래야 다 춘남다지 간지 제거를 했어. 근데 제와라 춘남바 다 받는 춘남다 제와이나 다 라존으로 지나 다 야쇼에서 하고 있어.
So this stanza try to encourage people to do a very pure practice, but that's I don't know, to do a very pure practice or get a leisure time to practice. It's like encourage people to become monks and nuns, not indulging in worldly bliss.
제 관심까지 당가도 지금 다와로 안으로 지나다 수족을 mettere 때 강이 용화해로.
Because sometimes in family lives there are always a lot of obstacles of practice or there are a lot of problems, shortcomings. So to be a monk and nuns could invest more time, in practice and practice of the learning. less trouble being a monk or monks or nuns.
If real monk or nuns, then less trouble. You may be fake, then more trouble. But the data can imagine. That those all I had that joy would go great.
Yes, the main point is just try to focus on doing positive actions.
다 가서 다 토마는 다다가 직강에 두포 때딩 소 맞다는 소리나 다 저거 다운들 했어 다 다운들 근데 다 잡니 코코만 그런 건데 다 다당에 라메 깔라 때네 다 다당에 돼 어떤 그걸로 봐서 거기에 프로젝트 보내야 돼.
That's my first year.
As it's true what I've said about self-centered interests,
I recognize clearly my enemy now. I recognize clearly the bandit who plunders, the liar who lures by pretending he's part of me. Oh, what relief that I conquered this doubt.
내가 다 간단하고 수고고 라메 개를 깔라 때네 다 소소라 눈에 땡에 좋은 거는 쓰이다나 다 다다들이 그 잡는 거라 그디마다 내지요 내가 대단 라메 깔라 하고 다 콜 두시고 다 코에만 대충 두시고 보통 좋은데.
Yeah. So by kindness or by teaching of your own guru, now you'll find the main cause of suffering is a self-cherishing or self-centered mind. So then, so that's the cause of all trouble I'm having. So to think about guru's kindness and then try to practice more and in order to eliminate, self-centered consciousness or self-cherishing attitudes.
그래서 당근에 아주 지금 가는 문제와 강같이 수수질라 가지 내 내와 너지 제일 문제 되는 거라서 땀 소소 몇십 년다 몇십 받은 년도 10일 강에 된 거예요. 와서 내 내와 너지 제일 문제 되죠. 지금 내와 너지 마지막 따와만 되면 너무 강해 와서 수수도 따와만 다가
수수도 따와만 되가
수수 그와 너지 좀 맞아가서 너무 강해 수수로 그와 너지 몇십 일 마셔가 있다 너무 고로사게 와서
because the 다른 것을 걸러 있는데 So because of the due to have a strong self-cherishing consciousness or self-centered mind, we always have like or dislike or hate or love such feelings due to we have a strong or we are oriented by self-cherishing consciousness. So you have to recognize that the self-cherishing mind always like a thief or slider. So try to guide into negative activities. So now, by kindness of Guru, I find this is the main cause for me to suffer. So then from now on, I have to antidote this self-cherishing or self-grasping consciousness.
And so, Yamataka, spin around with great power the
Wheel of sharp weapons of good actions now. 3 times turn it round in your wrathful-like aspect, your legs set apart for the 2 grades of truth, with your eyes blazing open for wisdom and means.
So that's saw in front of Yamataka. Yamataka, from outlook, we could consider Yamataka as your own deity, or from inside, you consider Yamataka as who possess both bodhicitta and direct realization of Shuyanta. So by the power of these two, I wish immediately to remove my self-cherishing or self-centered consciousness. Also, there is an example, you wish use sharp weapon for Yamataka and try to destroy all self-cherishing mind you have your own, on your own.
다 가지고 다 특히 권에 쪼다 가지고나 아니 장원에 대다 당도 되지 대판 좀 생에게 좀 와pen데 다 탑다 싫어요. 아니 좀 싫어. 그래다 또 이제 참 거니 가지 다 당도 말게 내가 지금.
So the best weapon to destroy self-centered mind or self-grasping is through the wisdom and the method, and bodhicitta and direct realization of the Shuyanta, wisdom.
그래서 그나 탑다 싫었니? 아니 이 사는 맛이면 딴 지식은 맛이야. 아니 고라는 거 바탕에 다 진짜 섬네 다 나오는 걸로 봐. 높세지. 다만 설문에 답변 권위에 말이죠.
So wisdom and method to become to appear as a Yamataka, like a deity with a very sharp weapon to try to destroy your the ego consciousness. But the actual weapon should be wisdom and method.
아니 그래도나 돈이 또 싫어되고 다 다들 공명을 써줘요.
So the wisdom of realization of no self will destroy the self-grasping consciousness completely.
아니 탑 향적을 셈되고 단 배나 라지베드 비치에서 소소 대대기로데 봐.
So the bodhicitta or altruistic consciousness will destroy self-cherishing consciousness completely. So,
bearing your fangs to the four great opponents, devour the foe, our cruel selfish concern. With your powerful mantra of cherishing others, demolish this enemy lurking within.
간제는 다시 또다 장은에데 다 단스테 바스 단만도 그 무슨 잘 바스 근데 근데 자든 중요하게 식당 뭐 담을 때 막 나는 조디 다 예체만 제대로 해서
So now we already knew or known the self-grasping is the main cause or main enemy of you to be suffer. So then the mantra, the most powerful mantra is the altruistic attitude or altruistic consciousness.
그러니까 다들 되고 관계 나도 딱 고발해 통합니다. 잡아래서 대매와서 여기 천천 맨날 이러면 보는데 다 예체만 제대로 해서 그러고 다 단서대 다 고다는 못 씁니다. 제대로 공부해서
Yeah. Because we have a self-cherishing consciousness from a beginningless time, so that's why we are suffering in this samsara for countless times. So now, in order to get free from suffering, free from samsara, I should always try to practice cherishing others.
다들 어디 다 나도
What do you do?
Okay, read that 40, 50,
52.
52, 52, 53 together.
Frantically running through life's tangled jungle, we are chased by sharp weapons of wrongs we have done. Returning upon us, we are out of control. This sly, deadly villain, the selfishness in us, deceiving ourselves and all others as well. Capture him, fierce Yamataka. Summon this enemy, bring him forth now. Batter him, rip out the heart of our grasping for ego, our love for ourselves. Trample him, dance on the head of this treacherous concept of selfish concern. Tear out the heart of this self-centered butcher who slaughters our chance to gain final release.
This is usually the Tibetan monks do pujas. Many other Romans are doing
That's actually the happens in the rituals. We monks doing the rituals, the dramas and all the yeah.
Jeff, get to work.
You're gonna job.
간지 맞에 다 라다 세니가 풍어 중에도 소리나 단스 말이 받아야 돼. 단스 받아. 요. 그래서 된데 단다랑 다 매워지식 단다로 쇠식 단다로 또셔 다 매워지시라고 간지 맞에.
So that's because due to self-cherishing consciousness, that's destroy not only yourself, but not only others, only to destroy yourself as well. So immediately I should, dispel or to get rid of this self-cherishing consciousness.
다 저러가 당부되네 대대했다. 나 간지 맞에. 만준 삼선 다 조도하지 않고 그러면서 아니 다 배워라 삼선 지 뭐라 싶지요. 먼저 지금 또 맞아 또 다시 싶지요. 네가 그렇다면 지금 소소 실롱네 지 먼저 내가 지금 나도 뭐 많이 내가 그 드시는 상황을 내가 짜네 내가 지금 그렇게 잘했어. 족족도 그러고 그랬어.
To show that's trample them, or that's something that refers to in Tibetan practice. They would do Dharma practice, and they wish all evil spirits to come together, try to gather all evil spirits into that Dharma and destroy them. So that's the like that way. You have to destroy all those self-cherishing consciousness.
다 다친다는 진진 다들은 단도 더 단다로 다 그래. 근데 다시도 여대여와 와리나 다그 시zu 남아를 때는 단다로 대셔서 당이 좀 매워지게 이게 좀 세게 이게 좀 똑고 있어.
Yeah, that's a sort of a ritual. And then instead of saying evil spirit, you say no. I wish all those self-cherishing consciousness gather together in this Dharma practice and the Kadampa, and then get rid of all this at once.
뭐 대타 저러가 무슨 좀 낚시 되지. 아니 말씀되기 때는 다 저도 시민이나 말아요. 예전 친구들 저지 자자 저거는 내가 그 똑똑똑똑 요 저거는 very special. 간제 맞에 다 단다롱 그래 홍홍세나 이 상처를 생다 돈이 더 희락이 신지대 다 매워 소식들과 자드나 다 된지가 단한테 단다롱 내지 피셔서 페페나 다 매워 소식들어
Homes, yeah, because there's a mantra called Hom Za Pepe.
자자 페페
Hom Za Pepe. Hom, two home. One home is
나 상처에서 돈이 더 매워서 이제 저거든지 다 놀아내서
one home is wisdom of realization of the Suyanta, and the other one is altruistic consciousness, Bodhicitta, all come together and
아니 자르잖아 되니 다 담라 딱 쇼스라고 아니 페페는 다 매워서 쇼스야
so they use these two try to just destroy all try to gather these two together and pepe to destroy all this self-cherishing consciousness. Hom zaza pepe. That's a ritual. We always do puja that way.
맞아 다 진짜 나들이 나들이 다 매워서 그렇지 가지데 다 새로지 떨어지세까지 다 소리 나도 남아를 되어서 다 똑같이 되는
Yeah, so that's sort of sometimes become a pray or wish or pray to your Yamataka and please come and destroy my own self-cherishing consciousness.
그래서 나라서도 만드니 빨라 타파를 리저자 다 타파는 조금 막 째우치세요.
Sometimes it's like a self always tied to a self-cherishing consciousness. There's a rope tied together, so you ask Yamataka to cut this tie. Because self-grasping is quite strong for ordinary beings. Even we are in sleep, we have a self-cherishing consciousness within us. Because that's always trouble me, always make me suffering, always give me hard time. So please cut that tie between I and self-cherishing, self-grasping consciousness.
Yeah.
54.
Home, home, show your power as a mighty protector. Za, za, tie us descending, not let them loose. Hey, hey, set us free by your might, O great Lord over death. Cut, cut, break the knot of self-interest that binds us inside. Appear, Yamataka, O wrathful protector. I have further entreaties to make of you still. This sack of 5 poisons, mistakes, and delusions drags us down in the quicksand of life's daily toil. Cut it off, rip it to shreds.
Yeah, that's what we almost explained before, because please come, please help me, all deities, please come help me to get rid of the self-cherishing consciousness. No, 56.
We did 55.
Yeah, we did 55. 56. 56. Geshe.
Oh, yeah.
The jailer appear Yamataka, they want to share the portrait. Yeah. What you want to listen? What you want to go to station? Ah.
What's that?
Nangad, they roaches, and not another did it.
84.
Not another lots of this, which they were watching just loud person. Much another lots of. Now she the home papers. All right, they maybe. Much more serious home paper yet. They much more serious as Surgeon, you don't towards the appear Yamataka. The much more she. Was she to the Nangalu? Nana, they appear Yamataka, wrathful protectors. Surgeon, you don't towards it, Mashiri, Nana. Surgeon. Run numbers.
Yeah, there's something wrong.
53.
I think they missed 52.
52, yeah.
Hmm?
52
Yeah, I think.
Because in Tibetan, home, you don't, home show your powers, that's the 53.
Yeah.
But in this is 52, yeah. So they didn't know that. So we have to read 56 now instead of 50. Yeah, we missed one.
Well, no, they added one.
They added one. So really, home saying they much more soon to pay you to in Tibetan it's 53 home, they don't much more serious. These are so much more to do. So we have to read 56 right now.
I think they took. Well, I think they just took 52 and made it into 2 verses.
I see. Честно, когда человек ощущает, что 나중에 они пойми сейчас.
그때는 응가로 줄어 배가지고.
나중에 주도
just 딱 줘야 되는데.
진대 칠라 되지 손에 쏘스. 어떤 좀 뭐 들어보네. 베이트는 뭐 들어보네. 나가로 보네. 내 손도 동에 kiến 교장 김이 씨발 줄라 주바이.
Yeah, it goes all the way to the end too.
Yeah.
The Tibetan only has 117 verses, and this has 118. Yeah, so they just.
Okay. So now we're going to 56.
Okay.
We are drawn to suffering of the miserable rebirth.
We are drawn to the
Suffering of miserable rebirth, yet mindless of pain go after its cause. Trampling, dance on the head of this treacherous concept of selfish concern. Tear out the heart of this self-centered butcher who slaughters our chance to gain final release.
그래서 다 맞으면서 섬도 다 깨어나면 가지 마시면서 등가지 체제면서 조제면서 노래야 돼. 다 수익 나와서 다 단지 머리 받는 거래서. 근데 다때 단다가 매반도 서로서로 다때 매바치기 예스로 지금 말아야 되다 간지 되다래.
So we are drawn to suffering of miserable rebirth. This miserable rebirth refers to lower rebirth. Three lower realms. So this all cause to rebirth in three lower realms is the only cause is self-cherishing or self-grasping consciousness. So in order to get rid of those three realms, we have to get rid of the self-grasping consciousness.
다 간절하면 내가 내가 뭔가를 오만이 같이 말해. 보시 또 뱅고라 뭐. 최선 잡다 시민이나 말해서 지발해서 가지 되려나? 아니 편은 지제라고 지금. 소주 때니까요. 아니 당대대 봐. 다 사실대로 매봤어야지. 뭔데로 되지 나 수의세다. 소가지고.
The meaning of the 55 and 56 almost the same, but they use different expression. Like Yamataka use his teeth to turn the heart of self-cherishing. Just try to get rid of self-grasping consciousness. Tear out the heart of the self-cherishing butcher.
간제 맞아 동아를 트라이면 같이 좋은데 봐도 다 보시 또 봐다도 되게 들어와.
So because we are continuously to suffer in this cyclic existence, that's the every reason to cause this suffer is self-grasping consciousness.
아니 되게 봐서 아니 아무나 샤적에서 돈이 또 별로니 공부할 때네 되게 다도 말이 봐도 매판자도 서 매판 제우시다. 매판 정해서
Yes. Also, the other way is you just make a commitment, or I would practice or cultivate the altruistic consciousness, and plus try to practice wisdom of realization of Shuyanta, and use this to use this wisdom and method gradually destroy completely self-cherishing consciousness, self-grasping consciousness.
다 가로 맞음.
뭐 쓰지는 안 좋으래. 되지는 안 가려워. 맞아.
다 가로를 지내다. 다 들어 뒤고 맞지.
So we have to read the stanza
57.
57, because in Tibetan it's 56.
We'll figure out the numbers.
Yeah.
We have high
Expectations of speedy attainments, yet do not wish to work at the practice involved. We have many fine projects we plan to accomplish, yet none of them have ever been done in the end. Trample him, dance on the head of this treacherous concept of selfish concern. Tear out the heart of this self-centered butcher who slaughters our chance to gain final release.
당하고 그러다 더 일하는 당하고 가는다고 지금도 지나지는 그것도 다가라면서 좀 내가 연구도 와서 말이지. 전에도 전공도 와서 이나야 대영화라 아니 다 저기 있지 저마다 오지. 또 되게 제가다 제대가 되게 영화도 수입 넣었나 danse 나한테 되는 거 말이야. 되게 다 공연하서 있고 나도 서로 danse 때까지 그래서 내가 니 영화 때문에 danse 되게 아니 세제 농어 영화 때문에 danse 되게 아니 가해 가지 차도 다좀 먼저 같은 다 danse 되게 다 danse 내가 재밌어요.
Yeah, so that's because we have a high expectation of the speedy attainments, but not yet to have some sort of a lot of obstacles, to hindering us getting the attainments or to get whatever we wish to get. So that's all because of the self-grasping consciousness. That's why there's the main cause, try to hindering us from attainments.
But we need to do what's that? 3 years later, then we need to fly. It doesn't work.
Right. Maybe if we do 3 years retreat, it will be more faster, because we said so we can do to achieve achieve the Buddhahood quickly.
가지고 때 가지 수수 강한 거야 된다 문제 같아. 내가 이 카드 주고 돼야 돼요. 나한테 듣게 해. 가리지는 다시 뭐 문제 같아. 나한테 듣게 해. 또 나한테 나머지 버렸어. 보시 또 뺀거란 말이야. 보시 또 받이 나한테 되려고 그러죠.
So the all hindrance towards the short-term achievements or long-term achievements, all the hindrance caused by self-cherished consciousness, self-grasping consciousness.
그래서 다 대마트마다 되는다. 아니 소소 다 그래 나한테 되니 다 잡도 쇼로 되니 내가 소소.
Yeah, attached to self truly existence or self grasping consciousness. These two main cause for the for hindering us to gain enlightenment or to achieve Buddhahood.
아니 되지. 어디 어디? What number?
58.
57.
Yeah, we're on.
Oh, 58. We are 58.
Yeah,
Just looking for it.
Yeah, well, American. Yeah, that's good.
well, they also
we
switch
do
the
American.
verses around too.
Really?
Yeah, our 57 is the same as your 57, but then our 58 goes back. Is your? Don't worry,
Yeah.
we're a verse ahead. They
So
just-
we do
they messed
American
up twice.
58.
Alright, American 58.
Yeah.
What?
American 58.
The American Luddhist tradition.
Our wish to be happy
Be
is
strong at all times, yet we don't gather merit to yield this result. We have little endurance for hardship and suffering, yet ruthlessly push for the things we desire. Trampling, dance on the head of this treacherous concept of selfish concern. Tear out the heart of this self-centered butcher who slaughters our chance to gain final release.
난 네가 가서 딱 가서 내가 딱 가서 딱 뭐뭐 거울 때냐 대용하가 딱 저도 총아도 쏘고 말이지. 좋아? 그래서 주는 데는 못되지. 아니 지금 강에 저보다 강에 잠마다 왔지. 얘는 다지. 남성 나보고도 그렇지. 저 강가 수입 줬나? 다 풍시 또봐 당도 말가 되지. 그래서 다 때문에 와서 그래서.
So whenever we wish to happy, but we cannot be, whenever we gain some wealth or position, that's due to lack of merits. Why lack of merits? Because we have a strong self-cherishing consciousness. So that's why cause us lack of merits, and because lack of merits, so that's cause us to have a lot of obstacles to gain something or to have something or to achieve something.
Then next one what? 58?
We're on 59 now.
American 59.
You're on Satvok Kela? Is that you, Geshe?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we're 59. With cooperative ease, we develop new friendships, yet since we are callous, not one of them lasts. We are filled with desire for food and fine clothing, yet failing to earn them, we steal and we scheme. Trampling, dance on the head of this treacherous concept of self-concern. Tear out the heart of this self-centered butcher who slaughters our chance to gain final release.
So in this case, we develop new friends. It means flicking. We are in fickle. We have too much fickle. That's why we lost a lot. We have a lot of friends, but after some time we lost all of them. So that's due to we have practiced a lot of fickle.
Fickle is we are too fickle.
Yeah, we are too fickle because due to we are too fickle. Yeah, so that's why that's called. But fickle also caused by self-centered mind or self-grasping. So the main cause is he shows two causes. One causes by fickle and being fickle, and the main cause he refers to the self-grasping consciousness. So that's why we have to destroy the main cause as a self attachment or self-grasping consciousness. So that's like we make friends without any exam, so it's so easier to make friends. It's like a dogs meats. They'll eat immediately without any thoughts or thinking. So that way we are being very fickle, yeah. So that's fickle, being fickle caused by self-grasping. So you have to destroy that. So it's not I try to explain again.
What number?
60.
60. You're 59.
Yeah, I'm 59.
Oh, yeah.
Conceptual.
I'm 59, you guys are
60,
right?
yes.
We have one number different.
Yeah.
Okay. Ta kasa shonu ta
No,
jiwa.
We read.
You get it.
We are
Experts at flattering others for favors, yet always complaining we are sad and depressed. The money we have gathered we can't bear to part with, like misers we hoard it and feel we are poor. Trampling, dance on the head of this treacherous concept of selfish concern. Tear out the heart of this self-centered butcher who slaughters our chance to gain final release.
내 반에 조절을 다 내 강소를 낳고 있어와. 근데 쇼노는 나지 소소로 지 토야 탑시 제네. 소소로 개설하게 되시네. 이제 한번 냠보듯이. 제가 대한 수도 두사가면 다 보셔 또 봐. 나도 말을 받으래서 바로.
This mainly refers to the teachers or to the sanghas. They are in order to get some things from audience and say some beautiful words. Try to please the audience. To gain, instead of teaching Dharma, you just say some beautiful words. To get some some wealth or fame. Yeah, so that refers to always try to remind teachers or sanghas.
가자마자 딱 던지고 소소로 그래 여와나 강아지 여와야 되겠지. 그래 딱 고향에 와서 단다 지라야 탑시 제대야 돼. 탑시도 야보시다. 지나지라든 앞에도 소사로. 그 야보비사로 같은 거도 말아지. 탑시도 꼭 제대. 소사디 다 다른 말 같은 거래.
So they always doing direct or indirect. Indirect means try to say, if a student has a mala, say, student's mala is very good or something like that. So that's main motivation is to get student's mala. So that's direct or indirect to try to deceive others. So that's caused by mainly by self-grasping consciousness. And so we have to destroy the self-consciousness.
소설 야와는 내가 세나지. Don't give up there. Don't give. 야 다른 처음 말. 정보를 좀 다 좋은 틀라디 다 단서 말이 받을 거래서.
So another way is being miser. If you have something you don't want to practice generosity, you don't want to make offering to the gurus and to the Buddhas, and you always try to be more miser. That's because of you have a strong self-grasping consciousness. So that's from maybe from 51 or 52. They always talk about self-grasping. They are mentioning always maybe for many stanzas they will mention because of the self-grasping consciousness, self-grasping consciousness. So because we are so used to point out outside or point to others because of them, but in this test try to teach you to focus yourself or self-grasping consciousness.
Okay? I think
Okay, so very quickly we'll offer the dedication prayers again. Put our merit in the bank. Due to the merits of the virtuous, page 91 of the old book. I don't know that. Okay, what do you?
Yeah.
Due to the merits of these virtuous actions, may I quickly attain the state of the Kurukulla and lead all living beings without exception into that enlightened state. May the supreme jewel bodhicitta that has not arisen arise and grow, and may that which has arisen not diminish but increase more and more.
Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Maybe we have better, maybe
15 minutes.
Okay?
Okay.